Every hipster would hate to admit that they are one.
So basically my take on it, right? Hipsters are cool, they don't bother nobody, you know what I'm saying?
And they're cooler than me, always. Always.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I don't know, man. It kind of pisses me off, to tell you the truth, man. You don't get pleases or thank yous.
I suppose, yeah, in England as well, I suppose you'd be called an indie kid.
That's what they called the white kids who were hanging out in urban areas, I think the 60s or 70s, because they were cool enough to hang out with like the ethnic people, I think in the hate and whatnot. So they called those people hipsters because they were like the hip guys who were hanging out with like all the ethnic people. That's from what I heard. I think, I might have butchered that, but
the phenomenon, like, I don't know, it came from like, I guess that whole like mashup thing that's going on right now, you know, like all these like genres and tastes and shit just kind of being pushed all together.
But there are a lot of different like strands of hipster for sure. The messenger bikers, vintage hipsters and stuff.
Right, there's like the hip hop hipster, right? And they exclusively shop with like the streetwear gear, you know. And then there's like the whole thing where it's not so much about the brand name, it's kind of about how you throw it together. You get your like hat, you get your like fishnet stockings, some crazy high heels, like whatever long dress or jeans that come up to your belly, you know. It's interesting, man, but it definitely has to do with fashion and like what music you're listening to and where you're listening to it. You know, man, hipsters, it comes with clubs.
There's like indie rock,
a lot of makeup,
underground hip hop,
booth spinning,
dance music,
vintage clothing,
wearing tight jeans,
and electro,
tattoos,
disco,
keys dangling off your belt.
I don't know, it's like getting way more popular, like in mainstream culture, I think. Like
the dudes dressing like, you know, David Bowie, the chicks that dressing like Blondie.
Part of the hipster culture is like being counterculture.
Like I was in college in Chico, right? And like everybody up there was, you know, polo shirts, like squares, you know, the gel in their hair and like, the bleached tips. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, dude. I had it when I was in high school, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I went through all the phases. I mean,
if you're a dude, particularly African American male, right, wasn't wearing tight jeans before it got cool, and now you think it's hot to just wear skinny fit jeans. I mean, like, that ain't hip hop, dog. Like, be who you are. If you had a sense of style, or that was your, you know what I mean, when you were a kid or whatever, you know, that's cool. But I mean, like, don't just jump on some bandwagon because somebody else thinks it's cool or whatever, you're hanging out with a different crowd. I mean, like, you know, be you, and that's off top, because trends don't last, but your soul can stay forever and whatnot.